Hi guys, Steve Buzza here and back to scratch update. So it's kind of mid-February now, so I've been doing this for a few months and my handicaps have actually split. So I'm doing a USGA one and a Kongu one. So like Kongu is like the RNA equivalent to the USGA. My USGA is 2.6 and my Kongu is 7. I think it's a high 7 handicap. The reason, and there is a reason why these have split. One is actually the way I went about it. You know, I was never actually a 28 handicap. I was getting a lot of questions, surely you're not a 28 handicap. No, I'm not a 28 handicap. But I started at 28 to see how quickly I could get it to come down. In the Kongu system, where you start, you just progressively knock it down, whereas the USGA one actually works on more like averages. So it will like take your last 20 scores and then it works out percentages around your best scores within that selection of scores. So it's actually removed the high scores that I initially put in to give myself a 28 handicap. So that's the first reason. Second reason is the Kongu one, you have to put 18 holes in, and like if you're watching at home and you've got a handicap, it has to be a competition round as well. Whereas with the USGA one, you can put a 9-hole score in. So what I have been finding, which is nice, is as I'm busy, I'm being able to put more 9-holers in, and I'm not actually playing 18 holes that much. So I've actually been able to put more scores that contribute into my USGA one. So I would say like 2.6 is probably where I am at the minute. I'm actually pretty happy. I'm playing a lot better. I wouldn't say that's necessarily gone into the scoring. I need to hit more greens, but I'm definitely feeling a lot better. I've started to eat more healthy, so I've been eating like a plant-based diet probably since mid-January. So I'm definitely feeling like I've got a bit more energy, and I've been doing cardio work in the gym and a bit of yoga. So I felt like I was so unfit. I'm not really doing golf-specific stuff at the minute. It's more just about getting healthy, feeling like I got more energy. You know, in 2017 when I was out on the golf course, you know, the body was hurting at times. You know, like when we were in France with a Jimbo Jet, you know, I was taking painkillers just so I could play back-to-back days. You know, that's the sign of somebody that is not in a particularly fit state to play golf, and my energy levels were just nowhere near where they needed to be. So I'm pretty happy. I didn't get on the fitness as quickly as I intended, and if you have made a New Year's resolution and it hasn't happened, you know, don't worry. You can just, first of all, you need to try and make the change, and then from there you need to then actually start doing it. So I decided I was going to make the change, but didn't actually do it straight away. But I would feel like now I'm more engaged. I've been engaged probably since the end of January. I'm definitely feeling better. Combination between a bit of fitness and a slightly better diet. Big change in what I'm doing technically. So I've always been a player that is interlocked their fingers. Probably middle to end of last year, I started to chip and putt using more of what I would say is my putter grip, so not connected in this finger like down the side, and was starting to feel like I wasn't maybe hinging as much. I could feel like I was using my body a bit more, so really liked how I've been chipping and pitching, and kind of then started playing around with it and thought, well, if I like that feeling, why don't I start to incorporate it into my full swing? And I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. So like if you're somebody that's always interlinked, just have a session and just try interlinking baseball, you know, the reverse overlap I'm doing or just a standard overlap, and see which one feels better. You know, you're going to need to hit like 10 shots because whenever you change the grip it feels a bit strange. But I'm finding that my hands are sitting on the club better. You know, I've got quite small hands with long fingers, so like, I take a small glove, but I tend to play with sometimes 4 or 5 wraps underneath the grip, so like quite a big, thick grip. So what I'm finding that my hands are just sitting on the club better with this new grip. I can't stress enough, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, so go try it next time you're playing. But I'm getting there. So 2.6 I would say is probably more reflective of how I'm playing. Need to score a little bit better, and hopefully the scoring will start to come once I start playing a bit more. You know, I do need to hit more greens. Not hitting enough greens, but I feel like my iron play is getting there. And I have some new clubs on order as well, so I'm excited to get them in. I've changed the spec that I'm using. So once they come, I will do a video on them. But yeah, not back to scratch yet, but I'm in a pretty positive frame of mind. You know, I've definitely got it in me, you know, so I've been practicing a little bit more now, and I know I can do it. It's just a case of now a little more practice, a little more time on the course, and hopefully in the not too distant future I will be back to scratch. Thanks for watching. Get some comments down below, especially on the comments I made about the grip. You know, are you somebody that's always held it one way, or are you somebody that changes all the time? You know, I'd love to hear what you're using, and more importantly, why. Hope to catch you soon.